Hargett, and I'm the founder of Rebecker Specialties, and we are turning data into intelligence using spatial computing. One of the biggest problems that I had as a founder was kind of knowing the whole universe of problems and solutions with regards to compliance and tax and a bunch of other things. And our legal partners could handle pieces of it, but we didn't really have the expertise within our four walls with our very small team, or had the ability to bring somebody on sort of full-time as we were self-funded and all this kind of stuff. And so what Levy was really able to do is take care of all of these things, sort of soup to nuts, that are really important for compliance with state and federal laws and all these other sort of kinds of things, that I could focus more on the product and more on fundraising and not feel guilty or worried about any of these kind of financial and operational tasks. Levy kind of gave like a cheat sheet super vitamin where I could go like, all of that stuff is being handled. Knowing Levy was going to be there to handle that stuff, it made me ease into doing my first full-time hires more quickly than I would have. And then that allowed me to kind of focus on building my product, connecting with my ideal customer profiles, reviewing my TAM with investors, all this kind of stuff that just, it added more oxygen into the room. Hours saved per week is almost like, burying the lead. If I had to kind of try to extrapolate it out, thinking about all the research I was doing about, here's what incorporating Delaware means. We have an employee that's in Florida. What's the minimum wage there? Is there any other things to kind of think about there? I was doing that research. It was probably taking 2 days out of my 5-day work week because I was trying to be responsible and come up to speed and all this and drink from that fire hose. And so getting those 2 days back gives me one more day to kind of work with my team and guide the product, but also frees up more of my time for fundraising. So the fact that Levy kind of takes that weight off your shoulders, it gives you the agility to do what you need to do as innovative founder making a game-changing product. And if you don't have something like Levy and you don't have that full-time expertise that does everything with an eye toward compliance and diligence, the only person that you're cheating is yourself, and you're really putting a ceiling on the success that you're going to be able to have. There are kind of ups and downs in the flow of operations and finance activity. It's not constantly high, it's not constantly low, but knowing what those cycles are and all those things is the exact reason why you want to kind of use a service like Levy. It's because if you don't know what those cycles are, then you can't predict them, and you need to kind of just have that taken care of. I'd be super bummed, but I would be super grateful for all of the initial setup and mentoring and education that my operations partner from Levy has given me over these past months. And while it would be a bummer and it would add more friction to my week in, week out as a founder and CEO, I would still be grateful. If Levy had never existed, my company would be in a different position in terms of product launch readiness, employee morale and happiness, and a whole bunch of other things. My advice to other founders, however early stage you are or late stage, if you are starting to think about hiring your first full-time employee, or you want to register a trademark and therefore you want to incorporate, those are the kinds of key events that I would look for, where I would then go to reach for Levy. Take that next step holding hands with Levy. They'll carry you through all of these difficult things and allow you to focus on what's important, which is your customers and your product. Levy is completely in line with what you will read about for general operations in G&A as a fraction of your overall spend. It helps you scale, helps you get to that kind of point. And however frugal that you're trying to be, don't be so frugal that you kind of cheat yourself and your product and your employees and investors out of taking the responsible steps that are necessary. And Levy is a great partner in doing that.